Hello guys, time for scary videos. Today, with a sinister sighting that was captured in Kent's basement, and something rather unsettling that a young woman caught in her mirror. Now let's buckle up and stay frosty. The following video was recorded by a trail cam that was mounted on a pole close to the owner's home. There were always weird noises that could be heard stemming from the local woods. Many legends were told about the infamous skinwalker that was supposed to roam this area, especially at night. The man had decided to mount this camera together with a floodlight for security purposes. And one night, it would appear that he finally caught something that he couldn't easily explain. A strange white creature appears on the right side of the screen and seems to be running through the picture in a pretty inhumane way. Look at its legs. It almost doesn't look human at all, wouldn't you agree? Some people say it almost looks as if that thing was stalking for prey. What an unsettling thought. Are we actually seeing a mysterious creature here? Or was it something way more unnerving? Please let me know what you think. To this day, the man has no idea what exactly was captured that night. And now, before the next spooks, a big shout out to today's video sponsor, Hero Wars, a fun fantasy online action RPG game which offers you an engaging campaign mode with over 130 missions. Unlock more and more heroes over time while you battle against hordes of enemies. There's also really neat minigames in order to retrieve even more powerful equipment. My personal favorite hero is Phobos. Doesn't he look extremely cool? He also has shackling paralysis attacks, by the way. You can equip new and exciting items for each member of your party, as well as promoting them after every battle, which not only makes your hero stronger in general, but you'll also unlock more helpful skills. You can also visit the Outlands, which lets you fight one of 3 bosses with special immunities to receive new skins and prizes. Hero Wars is available on mobile and browser. Join the game now and get a super chest with a secret hero, as well as 600 emeralds and 30,000 gold. Scan the QR code or download the game from the link below the video. And I see you in the game. Now we're taking a look at an update from Kent of Ghosts of Carmel, Maine. Once again, he has opened his diary full of terrifying encounters that have unfolded in his own home over the past several years. Today we are taking another look into his basement, which is home to the utmost terrifying encounters that are unfolding in his home. He was conducting a spirit box session at the time and was hoping to receive some answers about the strange encounters that have taken place as of late. After hearing some unsettling noises from the black hole right next to him, the following unfolded.
You're tapping? Hello? Whoa! What the? Hello? I was watching the shadow movement right here, wondering where this was coming from. Then suddenly a face comes at me from within the darkness. I brightened this up as much as possible to show what came out from under the house. I can assure you, this screenshot is nothing compared to what this looked like in real time. As I jumped back, this thing went back through the hole under the house. This wasn't the only incident within those few seconds. What was said is just as disturbing as this encounter.
Hello?
Could it be that one of the spirits, or possibly demons that is inheriting this basement, was showing itself to Kent that day? Maybe in the hopes to scare him away? Who can say? The next clip was uploaded to Reddit by user Hachi4496. He and his family have lived in this house for a while, however only recently started feeling a strange presence in their home. It started out subtle, just the feeling someone is watching you or thinking you see someone out of the corner of your eye. But soon it escalated. They started hearing footsteps and items banging around the house, doors closing on their own, and even speaking coming from rooms where nobody was inside. They decided to try setting up a few cameras to see if they could catch maybe an object falling on its own or a door slamming. What they caught was even more frightening. A black figure very quickly makes its way across the kitchen. If you look closely, it even appears to leave a black fog behind for a brief moment. The entity even seems to crouch down, avoiding the camera when it comes into view. While some viewers say this could simply be a bug, others are saying the way the shadow seems to intentionally avoid the camera, paired with the strange shadow and extreme speed, makes it look very different than other clips of insects on lenses. The shadow creature could possibly be responsible for the paranormal events. Or is this all a coincidence? Let me know your thoughts about it. Now let's take a look at another investigation from Dark Ghost Paranormal, aka Dennis. In this episode, he's visiting a house reportedly owned by a witch. Apparently, this town dates back to the 1830s and was home to many who practice various sorts of witchcraft. There are rumors that around that time, anyone who tried to spy on the witches succumbed to terrible fates. Some passing out and waking up very far away, others losing large chunks of their memory. In the 1920s, the entire village was destroyed and the witches chased away by a large group of religious people. Eventually, the town was rebuilt. Of course, the witches were gone by that time, and it was mostly a regular place despite the strange history. Dennis will be spending the night in the last remaining house from this town. It is said this house has a lot of paranormal and spiritual activity, and many believe the spirits of the witches still remain. Let's take a look what he captured that night. Things started off relatively slowly in the night, that is, until something seems to anger a spirit, causing a dresser and many pots to go flying across the room. Things only escalate from here. Suddenly, many orbs can be seen on camera, although none had been seen the entire time Dennis was there. Few moments later, Dennis catches something truly terrifying in the bedroom. You could almost miss it if you didn't know what to look for. Something is standing or floating above the bed with a sheet over top. Whatever or whoever it must be was quite tall, as their head is nearly hitting the ceiling. This encounter ends ambiguously, as Dennis keeps filming the unmoving entity, as he grabs his camera and makes his way out of the house. The video ends with the camera still fixed on the large creature on the bed. Certainly a really frightening capture. His viewers are already hoping that Dennis will return soon to conduct another investigation. Really entertaining. The following clip was shared by the profile of The Unanswered Universe. It is said in the description that the following event unfolded as part of a creepy video diary, and the story goes that the man filming that night might have captured a terrifying shadow being manifesting right in front of him. Shortly after moving in, the man started to have really unsettling nightmares, and his partner told him that he had even started sleepwalking. How eerie. It didn't take long until the activity got even stronger and more spooky. Shadows started to show themselves ever so often in the man's home, and even poltergeist activity was witnessed every other evening. The uploader even claims that the man recording started to hear voices when nobody else was home. Then, one night, he could capture the following right in front of his home. It would appear that this shadow thing is manifesting out of thin air. It then twists and moves in a really awkward fashion. That's why many believe this thing to not be human. Maybe not even a ghost. Might the man have been contacted by demonic entities? Pretty nightmarish to think about that, isn't it? I guess we will never know for sure. The next video was uploaded by paranormal investigation team Gang Kua P, located in Thailand. The group has been ghost hunting for around a year and often visits abandoned homes, lakes, forests and even caves. In this particular investigation, the group is visiting an abandoned house in a rural area. The reason for the house? The reason the house was left deserted was reportedly because of a tragedy that had taken place in the house. Understandably, nobody wanted to live in the home after that. The group begins their investigation by going through the rooms in the house, and it barely takes any time at all before something terrifying happens. Let's take a look. The men are exploring one of the bedrooms in the back of the house when they are startled by what they believe to be a shadow figure. Take a look at the shadow they capture. This certainly appears to be some sort of shadow creature. The glowing eyes and completely black figure are certainly creepy. What do you believe they may have captured? Is this a real spirit sighting or just a hoax? The next clip was shared by user Cliff Clips, who was visiting the abandoned Diplomat Hotel and was capturing some really nice shots from the derelict rooms and the overgrown outside area of the place. The video wasn't intended to be creepy in the slightest. However, Cliff might have captured something on his phone that might have not belonged to this realm. He was exploring the building with a friend for some time, who had to leave after a little bit to grab a jacket. Based on Cliff's commentary, he was pretty much sure to have been completely alone by the time of recording the following incident. As he's filming the pouring rain coming down on the outside wall, the camera captures somebody standing in the inside of one of the rooms. It would appear that another person was with him at the time. However, Cliff swears that no one was in that room, since he had just gotten out of it moments before. So, how is this capture possible? Some people explain this with either it being a strange case of time traveling, or that we could be actually looking at a ghost here. It's hard to say whatever was going on here, however. Maybe it was just a person who snuck in, or his friend who wanted to play a prank on him. Or was it something inexplicable after all? You decide. Now another extremely unsettling recording which was captured by Rachel one day while Snapchatting with a close friend of hers. She was alone that evening in her bedroom when she decided to lie down and do some silly recordings. She decided to record the reflection of the TV in the end and captured this.
So I was just recording this video because I just put my TV up, and in the reflection of the TV I noticed that there was a figure standing over me. And I slowed the video down because at the end of the video I noticed it literally moves right there.
A tall dark shadow is seemingly standing right next to her at the bed. It is abnormally tall and lanky and does not look human at all. Rachel was terrified after realizing what exactly was captured here. She doesn't believe this to be anything positive and believes this could actually have been something demonic. Could this be so? The way it moves away makes it just so much more scary in my opinion. How do we explain this capture if nobody else was with her? I'm at a loss with that one. Maybe that thing also visits her while she's sleeping. What an eerie thought. The next clip was uploaded by user WonderWoman1 and is certainly strange. The uploader Esmeralda noticed a strange phenomenon in her house and decided to pull out her phone and record. Let's take a look.
Okay, so am I tripping? Or... Okay, so the noise is my turtle. And I'm home alone, right? But the reflection shows like that's me.
As Esmeralda is sitting on her couch, she notices something odd. Although she's alone in the house, she sees two reflections in her TV screen. While some speculate this could be a ghost sighting, others wonder if this might be a case of multiple dimensions converging. If you are familiar with the Mandela effect, you know that some believe that there are multiple dimensions and that it is possible for them to sometimes become tangled in each other. Is it possible that for a brief second, Esmeralda got a look at another dimension where someone else was sitting on her couch? Or was this a paranormal encounter and she might have been visited by a ghost or even a deceased relative? What are your thoughts on this? The next video was uploaded by user Bright Eyes Tarot. She usually uploads tarot readings and astrological readings. However, in this clip, she's sharing something a bit different. A possible ghost sighting she captured in her backyard. About the area, she wrote, "The area behind our home was crime-ridden and there are possible bodies back there. Clearly, some terrifying things have occurred on that land. Keeping that in mind, now let's take a look at what she captured."
Check this out. Just hold up, you'll see. What is that? There's no bugs because it's frozen outside, literally frozen, and it has been consistently iced over. Well, not iced over, but cold, real cold. What is that?
It comes on this side of the dollhouse.
Does it go up the steps? Yep, it's going up the steps. Okay.
No, I think it goes around the back.
What the f*** is that? Is there someone standing on the porch? Done?
This camera appears to be facing her backyard. A strange whitish shadow floats into view and slowly makes its way across the yard, even going up the steps to the patio. As you will hear the uploader explain, it seems unlikely for this to be an insect, given how cold it is outside. So, what could explain this odd shape caught on the CCTV? Let me know what you think it is. This next short clip was uploaded by Saul Pintuck and is quite mysterious. We aren't giving a lot of context here, so we have to guess at what could possibly have been captured. But Saul believes he's caught the spirit of a child on camera. The video starts off normally. A couple is sitting at the dining table, while the man gives the woman a shoulder massage. However, look what happens next. The woman looks back and it seems that something has pulled her hair. However, it looks neither she nor the man have noticed the strange shadow behind them. It happens very quickly, but as the woman looks back, a dark figure around the shape of a child can be seen running away before disappearing behind the man. Is this the spirit of a young child they caught on camera here, or simply a fake paranormal video? The woman said that she had no idea who or what that was, and that there certainly was no child around at the time. Mysterious indeed. Let me know what you guys think, and thank you so much for watching.